Hello everyone, this is Kaveen. It's good to be with you. I'm going to recite a poem by the Sufi Mystic Kabir for you today. I love Kabir's poetry. A little bit of his background as best we know it before I get into the poem. Kabir lived sometime in the 1400s in northern India. He lived most of his life in the city of Benares, which is considered a holy city in India because it's near the Ganges. People come there to die and have their bodies burned and the ashes put into the holy river of the Ganges. So that's where Kabir lived most of his life. It is known that he was married and had children, and that he worked as a weaver. His livelihood was that of a weaver. Now all of this is interesting because it's a little unconventional that in the culture of India a holy person is living such an ordinary mundane life. But he did. Regardless, the power of his poetry and his presence was so strong that he drew many different disciples and students to him to come be with him there in Benares. If you read any amount of Kabir's poetry, you immediately get the feeling that he was an iconoclast. Many of his poems are going against the grain of the Orthodox Church and the conventional beliefs. So there's a paradox where his poetry is tremendously spiritual, yet at the same time it is in opposition to just accepting the beliefs of the Orthodox Church. And that's true of this poem I'm about to recite for you. One other note before I get into the poem is that in the Sufi lineage, you'll hear in this poem Kabir refers to the guest. The guest is with a capital G. It symbolizes the divine presence that is in everyone, that is everything. And so when we're seeking a relationship with the guest, that's what he's referring to in the poem. Okay, I hope you enjoy it. Friend, hope for the guest while you are alive. Jump into experience while you are alive. Think and think while you are alive. What you call salvation belongs to the time before death. If you do not break your ropes while you are alive, do you think ghosts will do it after? The idea that the soul will join with the ecstatic simply because the body is rotten, that is all fantasy. What is found now is found then. If you find nothing now, you will simply end up with an apartment in the city of death. Make love with the divine now, and in the next life you will have the face of satisfied desire. So plunge into the truth. Find out who the teacher is. Believe in the great sound. Kabir says this: when the guest is being searched for, it is the intensity of the longing for the guest that does all the work. Look at me, and you will see a slave of that intensity. May you get closer and closer to the guest within you as you go about your day. All right.